And Vice President Joe Biden also in Colorado this week, pushing to change the culture on college campuses. Biden says the law can't fix everything, and he says real change will come when we as a community rethink what sexual assaults are.
From the president of the university, the dean of students, to coaches, to students themselves, everyone has a responsibility to speak out, because we have to change the culture on campus, and it starts, but it's on us.
Biden actually had students put up a right hand, take a pledge with him to intervene if they see a sexual assault happening. As he speaks across the country, more than 350,000 students have taken that pledge. And joining us now to discuss this issue is Valerie Simons, the Director of Institutional Equity at the University of Colorado Boulder. So nice to have you here with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
So Valerie, this is an issue that University of Colorado is really trying to attack, and we have some statistics on what you have found so far in a survey, and it's 28% of women have reported some sort of sexual assault. 6% of men have reported that, and those numbers are higher than what get reported to police. Do you guys investigate as well as police?
We do. Those are good questions. So both, it depends on where the incident occurred. So if it's on the campus, we have our Colorado Police Department, Colorado University Police Department investigate it. And if it's off campus, it would be the Boulder Police Department. And it affects, if the alleged perpetrator is affiliated with our university, that's when we would investigate as well.
So how does your office operate? How do you intervene? How do you handle issues on campus?
Sure. We have three primary areas in my office that deal with sexual assault. The first is we do investigations, of course, is what we're talking about now, and we work with police, and we're working specifically with both our campus police and off-campus police with memorandum of understandings to really figure out, who goes first, how we coordinate that. We also have what's called remedial protective measures. So if we need a no contact order, an exclusion from campus, support really for a victim. We work very closely with our Office of Victim Assistance. And third, and really most importantly, and as part of the It's On Us campaign, is education and prevention. That's where we really want to focus our efforts.
Now, you've studied more than just sexual assault, or at least what sexual assault means. Sexual exploitation, harassment, partner abuse, stalking. Is there anything of those categories that really stands out that's surprising?
So you're correct. So it was our sexual misconduct survey, and it deals with all of those categories, including retaliation, which is in and of itself a form of sexual misconduct. And I do think that our numbers, unfortunately, reflect what's going on all around the country. All of the campuses, college campuses, public and private, are really trying to tackle this issue head on, and our numbers, unfortunately, are very reflective of other campuses around the country.
I know 1,500 people heard Joe Biden's message, but that campus is so much bigger. How do you reach students? How do you really get into the trenches and share that message?
Every opportunity we can. One of the primary components we do is for incoming students. We have two courses, our community equity course, which is required to get a hold on your registration if you're not successful. It has a quiz. We also have what's bystander intervention training. And we also, in terms of the sexual misconduct survey, one of the powerful things that is part of that is it's educational, because we actually had 13,000 students, we had a 41% response rate, actually learn what is sexual assault, what is non-consensual contact, what's sexual exploitation, things like that. And so that's a form of education as well. But we also take many opportunities to go to specific student groups and try to run through our policies and procedures with them.
Now, often a sexual assault really doesn't make news unless there's an athlete involved, or it involves a fraternity or sorority. Does the survey find that it's much more, it goes way beyond that the majority may not involve those two categories?
Sure, it's a good question. Certainly in terms of our phase 2, we're going to get more characteristics of incidents itself, so we're going to find more information, but I can tell you even what gets reported in my office, it is not just those groups. It certainly includes those, but it is broad-based, and so it includes a lot of different kind of perpetrators.
And so even students, what are they surprised by what is sexual assault? I mean, are there I don't know.
No, that's a great question, and I get that a lot. I get that from students, I get it from parents, and that's part of the education. Is when I talk to them about non-consensual contact, for example, sexual contact of an unwelcome nature, people get surprised in terms of, oh, that's sexual assault too. That is included in sexual assault. So it doesn't just include what people think of as intercourse or rape, but it also includes the contact kind of things
such
as well. Touching someone in their genitals, things like that. Just a touch. No matter how slight, could be a sexual assault.
Valerie Simons, thanks for joining us from the University of Colorado.
Great, thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much for
Appreciate it.
joining us, and we'll be right back.